On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Ancient.
Relating to the long ago, particularly the historical period preceding the fall of the Western Roman Empire, very old.
Examples:
Pre-Christian ancient. Ancient stories. They have been living near water since ancient times.
County.
An administrative division of a country or state, typically one of several comprising a larger division.
Examples:
County seat. Throughout the county. The county's population has been increasing rapidly in recent years.
Approximately.
Close to a specific number or time, but not exactly that number or time.
Examples:
Approximately 3 feet long. Approximately same. This trail takes approximately 2.5 hours.
Industrial.
Of or relating to or resulting from industry.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Industrial alcohol. Industrial design has become more focused on human nature aspect than ever before.
Suburb.
An outlying district or residential area of a city or town, typically comprising middle-class and affluent neighborhoods.
Examples:
Suburb development. Suburb life. He grew up in the suburbs, but always dreamed of living in the city.
Steel.
A strong metal alloy made up of iron with typically a few tenths of a % of carbon used for making things that need a strong structure.
Examples:
Magnetic steel. Steel beam. This bridge is the third largest steel bridge in the world.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Collaborate.
To work with someone else to produce or achieve something.
Examples:
Collaborate with the police. Collaborate on a press release. She agreed to collaborate with him in creating new artwork.
Portrait.
A painting, picture, the likeness of a person, especially one showing the face.
Examples:
A portrait painter. Portrait of a well-known figure. A well-known artist painted this lovely lady's portrait.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
A peaceful landscape. Landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Aerial.
A type of acrobatics or gymnastics performed while suspended from hanging fabric or rings, a pass or shot in sports, particularly in soccer or volleyball, that is made while the player is in the air.
Examples:
Aerial antenna. Aerial photography. The aerial view from the airplane showed the beautiful landscape below.
Visual.
Relating to seeing or sight.
Examples:
Visual navigation. Field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Arch.
A curved structure with two supports that holds the weight of something above it, such as a bridge or the upper part of a building.
Examples:
The arch of a person's foot. An arch-shaped stone structure. The arch bears the weight of the overhead bridge.
Intersection.
A point where two or more roads, lines, etc., cross each other.
Examples:
Busy intersection. The intersection of coordinate axes. Take a right turn at the next intersection.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Grand.
Important and large in size, scope, or extent.
Examples:
A grand meal. Grand this year.
Narrative.
A story or a description of a series of events or process of telling a story.
Examples:
Narrative poetry. personal narrative. The narrative handles multiple plot lines and has unpredictable ends.
Comprise.
To include or consist of something, the act of making up or forming something.
Examples:
comprise a large percentage. Comprise the recent past. The team comprises players from different countries.
Industrialism.
An economic and social system or stage characterized by the growth of industry and the development of an industrialized society.
Examples:
post-industrialism. Industrialism society. The rise of industrialism in the 19th century brought about significant economic and social changes.
Rust.
A reddish-brown coating or corrosion layer that forms on iron or steel as a result of exposure to moisture and oxygen, the process of corrosion on metal caused by oxidation.
Examples:
rust-proofing. Rusty metal. The old car was covered in rust and needed extensive repair work.
Belt.
To sing loudly and forcefully, to hit someone or something hard. Noun, a strip of leather or other material worn to tie or buckle something around the body.
Examples:
belt him in the face. Leather belt. The band was belting out old songs in response to audience requests.
Revitalization.
The process of giving new life or energy to something.
Examples:
revitalization project. Revitalization of humanity. The revitalization of the downtown area brought new life to the community.
Urban.
Relating to or located in a town or city.
Examples:
urban planning. Urban property owners. Only a small number of urban utilities offer sanitation services.
Pioneer.
Inventor, explorer, someone who is among the first to achieve something.
Examples:
act as a pioneer. Early pioneers. John Whitney was a computer animation pioneer.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
a scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Frontier.
A border that separates two countries, or the area near this line.
Examples:
frontier disputes. The Italian frontier with Switzerland. He worked at the frontier of behavioral economics.
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
a mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Omit.
To leave out or exclude something. To fail to do something that is expected or required.
Examples:
omit a dividend. Carefully omit. I accidentally omitted an important detail from my report.
Predominantly.
Mainly, mostly, or primarily, having the greatest influence or power in a particular situation or group.
Examples:
predominantly rural. Predominantly Christian. The neighborhood is predominantly made up of young families with children.
Co-opt.
To elect or appoint someone as a member of a group or organization, to take over or appropriate something, often by force or without permission, to use someone or something for one's purposes or agenda.
Examples:
co-opt members. Co-opt ideas. The company tried to co-opt competitors by offering them buyouts.
Silent.
Without any or little sound.
Examples:
silent reading. Give silent consent. The politician remained silent despite intense media scrutiny.
Erase.
To remove something completely, especially by rubbing it.
Examples:
erase a memory. Erased the files. He attempted to erase the misspelled word.
Ruby.
A bright red precious stone consisting of corundum, used in jewelry, a transparent type of corundum of any color except red, which is called sapphire.
Examples:
ruby red dress. Ruby bracelet. The paintings in the gallery were filled with vibrant ruby hues.
Avenue.
A wide road in a town or city, especially with trees or tall buildings on both sides, a line of approach.
Examples:
an avenue of poplars. An avenue to success. They explored every avenue they could think of.
Goodwill.
A friendly or cooperative attitude or feeling between people, businesses, or nations. The reputation or value that a business, organization, or brand has in the community.
Examples:
goodwill gesture. Goodwill ambassador. The CEO's goodwill toward employees was apparent when he thanked every one of them.
Nurse.
A healthcare professional who is trained to provide care for the sick or injured. Verb, to try to cure by special care or treatment of an illness or injury.
Examples:
nurse practitioner. A volunteer nurse. The night shift nurse checked my vital signs before administering the medication.
Aid.
Things sent to help countries in need, notably food or money, support.
Examples:
Financial aid. Country-by-country aid programs. Pakistan's aid budget was still being reviewed.
Flee.
To leave by running away, especially out of fear or danger.
Examples:
Flee their homes. Flee abroad. It is a basic instinct to flee from a dangerous situation.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Disinvestment.
The act of reducing or withdrawing the amount of money you have provided in a particular area or sector.
Examples:
Disinvestment strategy. Disinvestment plan. The company's decision to engage in disinvestment led to a reduction in its overall portfolio.
Erode.
To gradually wear away or break down rock, soil, or other material through the action of wind, water, or other natural agents, to gradually weaken or undermine something over time.
Examples:
Erode coast. Erode trust. The ongoing budget cuts have eroded the quality of education in many schools.
Infrastructure.
The basic systems, services, or features that are necessary for an organization or country, such as transport and power supplies.
Examples:
IT infrastructure. Infrastructure cost. Aging societies tend to require huge costs for infrastructure maintenance.
Dismantle.
To take apart or demolish a structure, machine, system, or the like, to strip off fittings or equipment.
Examples:
Dismantle a machine. Dismantle a system. The old building had to be dismantled because it was structurally unsound.
Stepfather.
A man who is married to one's mother but is not one's biological father.
Examples:
Supportive stepfather. Stepfather role. I didn't get along with my stepfather when I was young, but now we're like best friends.
Retire.
To withdraw from one's position or occupation, especially because of age.
Examples:
Retire voluntarily. Retire after 4 terms. After working for the company for 30 years, she decided to retire from her job.
Pension.
A regular payment to a person made by the government or a private company that is intended to allow them to subsist without working.
Examples:
A disability pension. Public pension funds. Because of the country's poor economic prospects, the number of pension defaulters has been increasing.
Temperature.
The degree of hotness or coldness of a thing or place.
Examples:
Extreme temperatures. The atmospheric temperature. Cities around the world set records for highest temperatures this summer.
Rebuild.
To build again or anew.
Examples:
Rebuild a company. Rebuild communities. They are planning to rebuild the house after the fire.
Furnace.
An enclosed chamber for heating metal or glass to very high temperatures.
Examples:
Electrical furnace. Gas-fired furnace. In the furnace, the metal gleamed with radiance.
Spill.
To cause or allow liquid to run or flow over the edge of its container by accident.
Examples:
Spill a bit of wine. Spill my heart. He was determined to spill everything.
Slag.
The waste matter separated from metals during refining or smelting that is a glass-like byproduct, usually a mixture of silicon, sulfur, phosphorus, and other substances, the rough and jagged pieces of rock ejected by a volcano.
Examples:
Molten slag. Industrial slag. The construction workers removed the slag from the steel beams before welding them together.
Traffic.
The movement of vehicles, people, or goods along a route or through a transport system, the amount of such movement in a particular place or at a particular time.
Examples:
Traffic jam. Heavy traffic. We decided to take a detour to avoid the construction traffic on the main road.
Exposure.
The state of being in a particular situation or place where there is no protection from or guarantee to something harmful, the disclosure of something secret.
Examples:
A southern exposure. The exposure of a fraud. The long exposure to the air tarnished the antique tableware.
Benzene.
A colorless, flammable liquid hydrocarbon compound with a distinctive sweet odor, commonly used as an industrial solvent and as a starting material for the production of various chemicals.
Examples:
Benzene ring. Benzene molecule. Exposure to high levels of benzene can lead to several health issues.
Atom.
The smallest unit of ordinary matter that forms a chemical element, composed of a nucleus and one or more electrons bound to the nucleus.
Examples:
Oxygen atom. Neutral hydrogen atoms. The outermost electron shell of an atom determines its chemical characteristics.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
Cancer diagnosis, cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Lupus.
An autoimmune disease that can affect various parts of the body, including the skin, joints, and internal organs, and is characterized by inflammation and tissue damage.
Examples:
Drug-induced lupus, lupus treatment. Treatment for lupus depends on the severity of the disease and may include medication, lifestyle changes, and regular checkups with a rheumatologist.
License.
An official permission or authorization to do, use, or own something, a legal document that grants the holder the right to perform certain activities, such as driving a car, practicing a profession, or using a particular product or service.
Examples:
License renewal, software license. Before driving, ensure you have a valid driver's license.
Employee.
A person who is hired to work for a business or organization in exchange for wages or salary, a worker.
Examples:
Employee benefits, employee evaluation. The employee handbook outlines the rules and regulations that all employees must follow.
Rehabilitate.
To restore to good health or physical condition, to help someone return to a normal life, especially after a period of illness, addiction, or imprisonment.
Examples:
Rehabilitate prisoners, rehabilitate wildlife. The organization works to rehabilitate drug addicts and help them rebuild their lives.
Decimate.
To destroy a significant portion of something or reduce by 10%, to cause extensive destruction or severe damage, to drastically reduce in size or number.
Examples:
Decimate population, decimate economy. The hurricane decimated the small town, leaving behind destruction and devastation.
Discriminate.
To treat a person or particular group of people worse or better than another, especially in an unfair way, to recognize or perceive the difference between people or things.
Examples:
Discriminate against women employees. Discriminate between different things. You should not discriminate against minorities.
Lawsuit.
A legal action taken by one party against another in a court of law, typically seeking damages or some other form of remedy for perceived wrongs or harms suffered.
Examples:
Lawsuit settlement. File a lawsuit. The company is facing a lawsuit for its alleged discrimination against employees.
Tower.
A structure that is exceptionally high in proportion to its width and either forms part of a building or stands alone.
Examples:
a bell tower, the tower on a cliff. She is a tower of strength for our team in trouble.
Recreation.
The activity that renews your health and spirits by enjoyment and relaxation, the act or process of making something that existed in the past exists or seems to exist again in a different time or place.
Examples:
outdoor recreation, recreation of the homeland. Basketball is their usual recreation after school.
Zone.
A specific area, region, or section that is marked off or defined in some way.
Examples:
time zone, zone defense. He was reluctant to leave his comfort zone and try something new.
Pixel.
The smallest unit of an image that can be displayed or manipulated electronically, typically a point of light on a computer screen or in a digital image.
Examples:
pixel density, color pixels. The computer screen comprises thousands of tiny pixels that create the overall picture.
Conceal.
To prevent something from being seen, found, observed, or discovered.
Examples:
conceal my identity, conceal a close relationship. Despite the intense verbal abuse, she concealed her anger well.
Flammable.
Able to burn easily.
Examples:
flammable atmosphere, non-flammable fiber. The warning labels indicated that the product was highly flammable.
Squeeze.
To apply pressure from two or more sides, to hold someone or something tightly in your arms, usually with fondness.
Examples:
squeeze a lemon, squeeze a confession. She squeezed the toothpaste tube from the middle to get the last bit out.
Charter.
A document that grants certain rights or privileges, a contract to hire or lease transportation.
Examples:
a charter flight, the Charter of the United Nations. The charter of the organization outlines its mission and goals.
Helicopter.
A type of aircraft that is capable of hovering in place and moving vertically, as well as flying horizontally, often used for emergency medical services, military operations, and transport in areas with limited access.
Examples:
helicopter ride, police helicopter. The company's CEO arrived at the meeting via helicopter to avoid traffic congestion.
Aggressive.
Behaving in an angry, energetic, or threatening way towards another person, tending to spread quickly.
Examples:
An aggressive war. An aggressive tumor. An aggressive tide wrecked the ship. Dispossess. To deprive someone of the possession or use of something, often property or land. Examples: dispossess a person of his property. Dispossess an entire township. He was forced to dispossess his tenants because they couldn't pay the rent. Observation. The act or activity of carefully examining or monitoring something or someone. Examples: class observation day. Observation instrument. In the hospital, she will remain under constant observation. Rev. A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM, verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute. Examples: low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev. Bundle. A group of things that are tied or wrapped together, a large amount or quantity of something, a package or parcel of things. Examples: bundle of papers. Travel bundle. I tied up the bundle of newspapers and took them to the recycling center. Conservation. The protection of something important, such as the natural environment or artificial structures, especially from the damaging effects of human activity. Examples: soil conservation. The conservation law of physics. The forest was recently designated a conservation area. Claim. To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true. Examples: claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property. Recycle. To sort and collect things to process them and produce valuable materials that can be used again. Examples: recycle the cardboard boxes. Recycle milk packaging into new paper. We largely recycle the circuit board of cell phones because they contain a lot of valuable metals. Tire. To become weary or fatigued, often due to physical or mental exertion. To cause someone to feel weary or fatigued. Noun, a rubber covering that is placed around the rim of a wheel, which provides traction and absorbs shock while driving. Examples: tire my patience. Tire pressure. I need to tire out my dog with a long walk so that he will sleep through the night. Preserve. To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples:
Preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Improve.
To make or become better.
Examples:
Improve a process. Improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Spiral.
A curve that coils around a central point and gets progressively farther away from it as it goes around.
Examples:
Spiral staircase. Spiral design. The leaves of the fern were arranged in a spiral pattern.
Micro.
Extremely small in scale or scope, 1/1,000,000th.
Examples:
Micro bubble. Micro force sensor. This approach employs both micro and macro analysis methods.
Macro.
Computing, a set of instructions that automate a frequently used series of keystrokes or mouse actions. Photography, a lens that allows you to take close-up photographs. Economics, a large-scale economic policy or system.
Examples:
Macroeconomy. Macro scale. Macrophotography is a technique that allows you to take close-up photos of small objects.
Excavate.
To dig or remove earth, rocks, or other materials from the ground or a site, often to uncover or discover something.
Examples:
Excavate a deep hole. Excavate soil. The archaeologists excavated the ruins of an ancient city buried under the desert sands.
Mount.
To increase, go up, or advance gradually or continuously, to prepare and supply with the necessary equipment for execution or performance, to ride on something or someone.
Examples:
Mount a hill. Mount a counterattack. They mounted pictures on the paper in preparation for the birthday card.
Exhibition.
A public event or display of works of art, scientific or industrial objects, or other items of interest, usually held in a museum or art gallery.
Examples:
A personal exhibition. Exhibition opening. The art museum is hosting an exhibition of contemporary paintings next month.
Platform.
The raised flat space close to the track at a train station where passengers get on or off the train. Technology, a computational or digital environment in which a piece of software is executed.
Examples:
An arrival platform. A digital platform for enterprise. The speaker mounted the platform and started to speak.
Launch.
To send or propel something into the air or space using a device such as a rocket, missile, or spacecraft. To make something available or on sale for the first time.
Examples:
launch a spaceship into orbit, launch a big attack. The company is set to launch its new product line next month.
Reclamation.
The process of restoring or reclaiming something, particularly land or resources that have been damaged or depleted, the act of obtaining or recovering something that was lost or taken away.
Examples:
reclamation district, coastal reclamation. The reclamation of the wetlands allowed for the restoration of the natural ecosystem.
Historic.
Famous or significant in history, or potentially so.
Examples:
historic accomplishment, achieve the historic feat. The Chinese people have accomplished several historic feats.
Socioeconomic.
Relating to the social and economic factors that shape an individual, group, or community, particularly in terms of income, occupation, education, and social class.
Examples:
socioeconomic status, socioeconomic issues. The socioeconomic conditions of a country can significantly affect its political stability.
Inequality.
The unfairness of a society in which some people have more opportunity, money, etc. than others. Mathematics, relation between two values when they are different.
Examples:
inequality in salary, algebraic inequality. There are several causes of economic inequality within societies.